Yeriel in Camoy, Puerto Rico. I apologize if I mispronounce your name or your city. This is See More Better with FreePrescriptionLenses.com. Call me Mo Better, because I'm going to have you seeing Mo Better and looking Mo Cooler as well. And first, I would like to give a shout out to myself. This is my 800th video. Can't believe it. Thanks to everyone who's bought the glasses for me, had me do videos for them. It's been a fun venture. I'm going to keep going. I can't wait till I do another 800. But tonight I'm going to do the RayBan 2132 New Wayfarer color 894 in the matte Havana in the 55 eye size. I'm going to take everything out of the original packaging as RayBan sends it to me. Your Italian leather RayBan case, your frame, your RayBan cleaning cloth, and junk mail, because you just don't get enough junk mail in your regular mailbox, so they're putting it in your glasses now. But this is, of course, they come with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple. This is a matte tortoise versus a shiny tortoise. Let me see here. I've got a frame right here when people order lenses only. This is the 52 and a shiny. I don't know if you can see the difference in that versus the matte, but that is the difference. It's only available in color 894. Let me put these back on here. Cover up Lucky Larry there so I don't have to look at him during this video. But this is the 2132 New Wayfarer color 894 in the 55 eye size, and of course made in Italy. So I'm gonna pop out the original demo lenses, the heavy glass. I'm gonna install lightweight polycarbonate lenses, but I'm gonna go ahead and trace the frame, put it into the tracing element of my blocker, program the shape into the computer. Now again, I have just the frame front. This is a 55. If you wanted lenses only, I could use this as a template, but I always like to program every pair of glasses made, so I can do that. I'm going to hit start. A little stylus is going to pop up and go around and trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left here at FreePrescriptionLenses.com. where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic RayBan frame, and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. So in just a moment, that shape will pop up onto the computer. And hang on, keep getting emails. I'm looking. Send that on to the next screen. Your pupillary distance is 31.5 for each eye. I'm going to tap the minus button twice till we get there. I want to raise the optical center up to 23 because I know that so well for this frame. Now these are your lenses. These are the Transitions XTRAactive with a gold flash mirror. That's what they look like inside. It looks like it has a really cool gold anti-glare coating. Let's just see which one of these. This one is slightly thicker, so I'm guessing this is the right lens because the right lens power is a little bit stronger. Put in a 110, put the power drum, let's make sure everything's on 0, and it is. Put the power drum on -1. Put the lens in it, rotate until the spherical component comes into view. Let me do this, rotate that lens. Check the astigmatism correction. We're at -2 1/4, so I believe that is it. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 dots on these lenses. That is good. Let me darken these. And this is the right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which will be played by the left lens today. Turn the axis wheel to 70. Put it back on -1. Rotate until the spherical component comes into view. Check your astigmatism correction, and we're at -2, so that is perfect. This has to be the left lens. Put the 3 dots on there. Let's darken this. Uno, dos, ocho. I didn't know there was going to be so much math involved. I'm going to label this one L. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. As I said for the 800th time, So the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me the lens is oriented in there just perfectly, because of your astigmatism, it can only go one way. I need 2 blocks, or as I like to call them, Jenny from around the block. I need to attach 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got 2 here. The black side is the sticky side. Line that up on there. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet on the back. And move the... This is a platform. This is what the lens sits on. And one of these arms was in the way for that 3rd dot. So I had to reposition it so that it's out of the way. That blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. Get everything lined up where it should be. And hit that button. The arms are going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which will be played by the left lens. Pull the paperweight, line up the magnet. Same pupillary distance for the left side. Same optical center height for the left side. That's always going to be the same. Pupillary distance sometimes changes. So make sure everything is lined up where it's supposed to be. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Oh, you didn't want to stick, did you? All right, let's come back, bring the shape up. It likes to do both at the same time. I'm going to start with the right. I ordered these lenses as flat as possible to give you the widest field of view, and it just wants to be cantankerous. But no one's more stubborn than I am, so I'm a stubborn right back. See what it thinks about that. Hit that button, come down, and I'm going to push it up with it. There we go. Press that on there firmly. Now, this is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. Look, I could have cleaned a little better. Drop that down in there. But it weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home. You won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs and the bad jokes to do it for you. But the actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel. That's going to grind your lens material away from this size down to this size. And then this wheel in the center is we're going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now I'm going to wake the computer up. 1486. These are polycarbonate lenses. And the one thing I do want to do is, let's try something a little different here. Let's do something a little different. I'm going to do this on the manual setting. And I'm actually going to go ahead and take 1/4 millimeter off this lens, because I know from experience I'm probably going to have to take it down to -50 or -75 before it's done. I'm going to hit start. The door is going to close. The clamp is going to shut. And then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once is measuring the thickness of the lens on where to place the bevel, but I'm going to override that. I want to try something different. I just want to make sure it's at 1 millimeter or more. So let's do this. I'm going to cut this on the 1 millimeter all the way around. Just want to play around with the bevel on this one. We're good to go. I'm going to hit start. I don't need that anymore. The cutting wheel is going to start up. The lens is going to drop down onto the cutting wheel. The light you see flickering in the background is water there to catch the optical sawdust. Polycarbonate lens is cut dry, where plastic, high index plastic, and Trivex lens is cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now, water will spray onto your lens, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you may begin to see form on the edge of the lenses. But polycarbonate is 40% thinner and lighter. They're regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses. It's the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It's also the same lens material that OSHA requires for factory workers to wear when they're on the factory floor. And it also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from overexposure. Well, your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so this is permanent sunscreen, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that you have to reapply every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun there in Camoy, Puerto Rico. Hope you guys are doing a whole lot better after the hurricane. You guys took it on the chin. And to show everyone what a champion you were, you say, come on, champ, let me have another. So, been a long road back, but you're getting there. Hats off to anyone who suffered the challenges in life that make life tough. Only show you what real champions you really are. I've always said that for myself. Until you push yourself to the limits, you don't know what limits are possible. It's not like you want to go through it. You didn't ask for it. But the country bound together. It's my wife. Hang on, let's see what she wants. Let me change that. Let's see. She says, let me know when you leave to come home. Let's send a message back. What's up? I'll talk to you soon. I'll call you later. Yes. Okay. Send. She probably wants me to go by the store to pick up something. That's okay. 11 years and 1 month ago today, this woman changed my life for the worse. Excuse me, I had something in my throat. For the better. For the better. She changed my life for the better. Although, it is 52 degrees in my hometown. It'll soon be getting nice. I will tell her what's on my mind. During the wintertime, it's too cold to sleep in the car in the driveway. This time of year, as soon as the weather gets a little nicer, I'll tell her what I'm thinking. So, guys who've been married, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm fortunate. I am the boss in my relationship, and I don't mind telling you because she gave me permission to tell everyone that I was the boss. So that's how I know. All right, so we're going to tuck the lens in at the outside corner. I'd be a little surprised if this fits first time around, and it doesn't, so I'm going to take it down another quarter increment, quarter millimeter. So we're at minus 50. Put this in, press that on there firmly, hit retouch. And of course, once I get the correct size down, I will notate it on here. That's why there's an R and an L. So years from now, if you get a new prescription, I'll know exactly how to cut your lenses for this frame. With the old carpenter saying you can always cut more off of a board, you can never add it back on. So I start a little bit large and work my way down. You want a perfectionist like me cutting your lenses. I cut every pair of lenses that get shipped worldwide. That's why I'm fortunate enough to be doing my 800th video. People have gotten 4 and 5 pairs of glasses from me. I've done this for about 5 years now. Well, I've actually been cutting lenses for quite a long time. I've had the website for 5 years, and you know what? It all comes back. It's because of this frame. This frame has been so true. I'm wearing it myself. I've got it in the color 6053 in the 52 eye size versus the 55. But cutting lenses for my size was so easy and so true. There's no way you can miscut a pair of lenses. I could ship them wherever. Such a great frame. So lightweight, so comfortable, so durable. You know, people sleep and step on their frames all the time, sit on them. These never come back for adjustment. Just never. It's amazing how durable and deceptively comfortable this frame is. It looks like it'd be heavy. I was wearing silhouette frames, the drill mount frames before these that were so comfortable and lightweight. I came home with these. My wife said, you went from something that was invisible to something you could see all the way across the parking lot. And I said, yes, because it was the first frame I could find that was as comfortable as a silhouette. Well, that came off, so we're going to make this thing fit. There we go. It popped in there. The PD came off, but I can remeasure that. We're going to go back over to L, press that on there firmly, hit start. Just like before, the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced again by the 2 wide styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the left side of the frame this time and measuring where to put the bevel, except I overrode that. I decided to move the bevel backwards to make sure it would sit. I like to do that with some transition lenses, and since these are some of the nicest ones in gold, hit start. I wanted to do that, so I'm going to mark on here. I cut it down 0.5 millimeter, 0.50. Now, this is not your permanent record card. Your permanent record has your address, your phone number, your email, all of that. I like to keep that, give you a little bit of privacy while I show everyone what a nice pair of glasses you have. But I'm going to come back down here to the lensometer, put it back on 110, the axis wheel that is. Put it in, find the optical center. Put a dot on your lens before I forget. But the power I'm getting is -1. That's because the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. Starting at 0 and going up in quarter increments from there, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. So you're on the 4th rung of the ladder. You need four steps of far-sighted correction with your glasses off. Everything is much too large. So that's why there's a minus sign. Your lens is minified down to the correct size. Now once everything is the correct size, you have a second curve on your eye, which is your astigmatic curve, the cylinder, which is -1 1/4. So you have one curve this way, which is 1 full diopter. You have a second curve this way, which is another 1 1/4 diopters, for a total of 2.25 diopters of total power. But it's how we line those two curves up to make everything nice and crisp. And we turn it to the 110 meridian. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. We're going to turn it just past the 90th to about 110. So let's check that second curve. And we end up at -2 1/4. Past the 2, going towards 3. Make sure the PD was on there. It is. Let me darken that a little bit more. All right. All right. Now your left eye, again, 4 steps of far-sighted correction, 4 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike. So once everything is the correct size, we take away those fuzzy edges. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 70 here. Now these last numbers could be, these first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. Now the RayBan 2132 new Wayfarer in size 52, 55, or 58 sells for $150. You get free prescription lenses when you buy the frames from me. The upgrade to Transitions XTRAactive Gray adds $129.99. The Gold Flash Mirror adds $69.99 for a total of $349.98. Now it takes up to 2 weeks to get the mirror coating. It's only done in one lab, so it takes a while. The other lenses I can ship in 2 to 3 days. The XTRAactive with Crizal. Speaking of anti-glare, your lenses come with a back surface anti-glare coating on its own, so I could not add Crizal. But it does come with its own anti-glare coating, so you're not compromising anything there. Tuck this in at the outside corner. Press down. It pops in. Pop the block off. Pull that away. Drop that in there. Add this to my sticker collection. Pull this one off. Add that to the sticker collection. Come down here to the lensometer. We've got the dot still on there. I'm going to turn the fine-tune knob to 70. Put that in there. Check the power. I am getting -1. -1. You have another -1. We're going to end up at -2 if all goes well. -2. That's because, remember high school algebra where you add 2 like signs together? Don't worry, I've forgotten it too. Let's use today's term. Someone borrowed $1 from you, then they borrowed another $1. They would owe you $2. That's where we're at. $2 in the red, not the black. That's the plus numbers. 2 in the red. So we're going to come down here. This is the time in the video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned there's free shipping anywhere in the US. And it's oh damn, hang on. I didn't measure the PD. Let me do that. Put that back in there. But Puerto Rico is part of the US. I hear they're talking about making it the 51st state, which would be really cool if they did. But have your own governor, everything. But what was I going to say? So free shipping anywhere in the US. Of course, this purchase was tax-free. But all right, so your PD is 31.5 for the right, 31.5 for the left, for a total of 63. We place the PD stick. Let's do it this way. That one's really light. Place the PD stick against my thumb on the lens, and we hold it up to this lens. We're getting 63 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. But as I mentioned, when you get these in the mail, there is a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get them in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. So the 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. Let me finish drying these off, and I will demonstrate. So again, 1, 2, and 3. So I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take mine off, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. So again, just stop by your local place, tell them if it's too loose or too tight or high on one side. They'll know what to do. It only takes about 30 seconds to a minute to adjust a pair of glasses perfectly. Make sure these temples overlap perfectly, and they do. Now again, this is the first time. Now I send out a selfie request to have your picture on the website. Yeriel, please hook me up. Send me 2 pictures, one with them clear and one with them activated where you see the gold, which I'll just show you in just a moment. And if you can, do it from the beach. I would love to see the water, the beautiful blue water in the background. Now, I also send out cleaning instructions not only for your frame, lenses, and for your case, so it will last you for years, but on the premium microfiber cleaning cloth that I provide, as well as your RayBan one. So when you get these in the mail and you see a wrinkle, you know it works. I've field tested every cleaning cloth before I ship. So this is what your lenses look like the first time. Now here's another thing. You have the XTRAactive gray. I have Signature 7. Mine retain about 3 to 5% hue while indoors. The XTRAactive retain about 5 to 7%. But unless you have absolutely no complexion whatsoever, if you have any pigment in your skin, you'd almost have to be albino to see the color against your skin. But if you have any pigment, it's very hard to see the transitions XTRAactive. They used to come with where you could visually see the color. They have made improvements to these so well that they are almost so clear. It is unbelievable. But this is what your lenses look like the first time before they have been activated. That's what you're going to look through. Now when they turn dark, this kind of gold looking anti-glare is going to, now this is a mirror coating, it's not anti-glare. The anti-glare coating is on the back, but this gold is about to become real intense when I expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. Now as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken, a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now this is important, pay attention everybody. All transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day until they get to their final exposure. After that, they will work for years with maximum performance. The only time they won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day. That's why they won't get dark in a car. Now, having said that, the Transitions XTRAactive that Yeriel got will get 30 to 50% dark behind a windshield. Now, if you have a convertible or a motorcycle, they'll all get dark. Now, the other thing about transition lenses, they're temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. Having said that, the Transitions XTRAactive are designed to get darker, in hotter weather that you will experience there in Puerto Rico. So, by the way, did I call these Jenny from the block? She's from Puerto Rico. She pronounces it way better than I do. So this is what your lenses look like the first time they've been activated. Come on, they're going to keep getting darker. Come on, we talked about that, don't you remember? But that's what the XTRAactive gray look like indoors. Now, when people look at you, they're going to see the gold mirror. Now, it's kind of hard for me to see what you guys are seeing. The reflection is just a certain way, and that's why I'm moving it back and forth so you guys can see that the way it is. Now, it's not like a solid sunglass constant mirror. It's at the right angle that you would get that, but that looks really, really awesome. That really does. These transition style mirrors are just amazing. They come in silver, gold, green, blue, red, and pink. I've cut all the colors with the exception of pink. I'll be cutting this lens tomorrow night for a Versace frame that's black and gold, and that's going to look really nice in there. But if you've liked what you've seen, Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter it's freerxlenses. If you have any questions or comments, you can, well, actually any questions, email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. I know that's a lot to type, so just click the contact me button on the website. You can always leave a question or comment in the comment section below. But I've been told you have to have a YouTube channel to leave a comment, but it only takes a minute or two to set one up if you don't. But Yeriel in Camoy, Puerto Rico, again, I apologize if I pronounced any of that wrong. I make glasses for a living. I'm not a linguist. But thank you so much for the purchase of the RayBan 2132 New Wayfarer, color 894, which is the matte Havana in the 55 eye size. And hopefully everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.